No. Right here. Sit down. Sit down!
Professor Carson, we meet at last.
Leave. Well, if it isn't the renowned Dr. Peter Jung, the man who does it all, the expert in nanotechnology, biology, pathology, ecology, and apparently criminal investigations.
Is it true what they say about you, Carson? Are you working on a deadly pathogen?
Perhaps educated men can find some common ground. Who was it that said great minds think alike?
Voltaire.
And the man knows his philosophy as well. I suppose your geniuses figure out my every move. Yes, I do plan to infect a number of people with my perfectly planned pathogen.
And you're planning on doing it at the International Convention for Industrial Development? Jesus, Carson. I thought you were a little crazy, but this is insane. Do you know what this will cause?
Doctor, I'm offended. I've thought through my plan to its fruition, of course. You underestimate me. I've programmed your nanobots to have a 30-day latency period as it hides out in the bone marrow and spleen. Meanwhile, it will multiply inside the very nanotubes that brought them there, and some will move to the lungs and throat, creating some common symptoms such as a mild cough here or there. Unknowing victims from all around the globe will have moved back to their respective nations, spreading my disease. In a month, my beautiful pathogen will fully manifest and begin killing off the human race rapidly. It has been engineered with perfect transmission abilities, and its lethality is unmatched.
Carson, you realize this is not just some plague, right? This could very well kill off the whole human race, along with all of nature.
You didn't have a close enough look at the formula. For a while, I was struggling with how to ensure my bug would not be zoonotic. That is, so that it would not infect anyone else but humans. I finally succeeded. My virus affects only humans. The human race will burn, save for myself and the few select, trusted individuals I have sent the cure to.
The world will find out how to synthesize a cure.
Impossible. Only an injection of T cells or B cells with my designer receptors will provide immunity, and nobody can replicate my fractal design.
You're insane. That's your plan? Start humanity back at square one again? Are you mad?
Let me field you this question, professional to professional. Are we still evolving?
Of course, it's the basis for all...
Then ask yourself, are we still evolving in the right direction? You've heard of case selection, yes? When traits are selected in a dense population?
Yes.
Well, we are selecting for some shit traits. Fat people, dumb people, ugly people, deathly allergic people. It's pathetic. And it's all because our dense population is ushered in the age of jumbo sizes. Special education, humanism, and Benadryl. Density-dependent traits don't work when density continues to increase infinitely. We need new selection, Jung. Our selection, for traits in an uncrowded environment. That's all I want, to free up some more space.
But dense populations foster competition. Surely you know that.
Do not demean my intelligence, Doctor. I've heard of you and your brilliance, but it doesn't match mine. There is no competition anymore. There's only social welfare and cheap, generic pharmaceuticals.
You said human density will continue to increase indefinitely? Come on, Professor. Based on Malthusian properties here, logistic carrying capacity, didn't you pass freshman bio?
I'm disappointed, Doctor. They told me you can keep up. Malthus postulated the carrying capacity as a limit on population based on resources. Logistic population growth means growth levels off at the carrying capacity. But humans just continue multiplying, stealing food resources from every other niche in ecosystem, extending their carrying capacity and destroy that of other species. It enables the boundless exponential growth we're seeing today.
So this is what it's all about then, huh? Lowering the human population.
Don't patronize me! This is the gravest threat nature has ever dealt with. The amount of energy that cities require, their ecological footprints are enormous. It is sapping energy from other ecosystems. The human age structure is demented. With advent of modern medicine, old people now outnumber young ones. No, the conservative method would never work. I understood the hard facts. I could accept the truth that no one else would. Then we need to suddenly reset population growth to zero. What you scientists call demographic transition. That's the only way.
But why? You think that's necessary? You think it's worth billions of lives? Lives are invaluable, Professor.
They are meaningless in comparison to our planet. You missed the point entirely. It's the only point, the only way. Saving our little blue and green planet of life. Having you seen the destruction of lives, the damage we inflict, that shuts out the pain and suffering we endure on everything and manipulating and helping the environment only to destroy and kill what we need, and then we disappear in the shadows to the next victim by adding extra levels that energy has to pass through. Biodiversity is being lost, habitats are dying off, and resulting in mass immigrations and emigrations of species to the ecosystems that we don't belong in.
Carson, we can have sustainable development. We can coexist peacefully on this planet. My research proves that. You stole it and repurposed it for something terrible. Work with me and we can solve this planet's problems. without depriving billions of the right to live.
There's no way. We have to do it my way. It's the only way.
Look at yourself, Carson. You're not a scientist anymore when you refuse to see evidence that refutes your position. You know I'm right. We have to be constructive in our efforts to help the environment, not destructive. What happens when the virus mutates and hurts other species? What happens when the loss of humans causes a dramatic shift in biome stability? It's not the way.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I've been obsessed with my work. I didn't see what I was doing. The billions of lives aren't worth it.
We can still fix this. Dismantle your device.
It's not even finished yet. I couldn't get Mjolnir from your lab.
What do you mean? Your lackey stole it last night from my lab. It's gone.
I don't have it. That damn federal agent wanted to do things his own way.
Federal agent?
Yeah, Hendricks. I hired him to steal it. When he came back, he wanted to infect the world and sell the cure back to businessmen and world leaders. I wouldn't allow it, though. I told my henchman to take him down, and he got away with the Mjolnir. I knew I had to move locations, or he'd come back with more men to take the pathogen.
Jesus, where is he now?
How should I know?
He's in the car with me. Don't you have him?
I meant found only you.
He's in the facility somewhere. We have to go find him. He might be taking out your men as we speak.